think they're all about done grazing.
I think so too. I guess for some weeds.
Let's take everybody up here, spruce and loose.
No. Get out of my way. White lightning and chocolate thunder. So handsome. Hey guys, welcome back to Doss Acres. It has been a long, full, exciting, exhausting 3 days.
Yes, it has.
Sad moment this morning. Had to take the skid steer back.
Although I think Kyle was pretty beat up from it, so it's probably about time for it to go back.
Yeah, I'm not conditioned to be running that as much as I did, and I was in it yesterday just trying to finish out everything, get a little bit more and a little bit more. Hey, I'm Kyle, by the way. This is Shannon. This is our beautiful 20 acres, and we transformed it over the weekend.
Yeah, we did.
If you like skid steer work, this is the video for you. So the goats have already been out grazing this morning. I know you haven't seen a lot of the animals of late, and if I'm being real honest, I haven't either. I did get to borrow Shannon's dad's truck to take the skid steer back, which ran a whole lot better. It's a 2500 than my GMC. I did get on the highway this time.
Nice.
Yeah, didn't do that in my truck. So thank you so much, Ken, for letting me borrow that. Made the trip a whole lot safer and easier. But I have missed my animals. So when I got home, Bruno and Herc came running down the driveway, and Herc's like, Dad, I haven't seen you in 3 days. Shannon has been taking care of the animals, taking care of everything that's going on so that I could just be the transformer that I am in my skid steer.
And let me tell you guys, he transformed. It looks amazing. Amazing.
One skid steer, the root grapple, and we got a ton done. So let's go take a look at it. Okay, I got warmed up.
Okay.
I, for whatever reason, forgot how extremely powerful this thing is, and unlike my tractor, this does just uproot trees, and then I can just grab the root ball and drag them out. All of those were in the ground. Those were not ones that I knocked
awesome.
over. So,
let's do some destruction.
yeah, I don't know if you need to get some orange paint or if you need to stand in front of some trees and hug them and say, not this one, because I'm just gonna
Honey,
start
you
trying
don't need
stuff.
my permission for anything. You just have at it.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay, well then we're stealing this. I don't
Okay.
need your permission, it's what we're doing.
It's not a we're stealing it, it's you're stealing it.
I heard you say you wanted me to.
I'm just saying take down whatever trees you want. I'm not going to be upset about any of them except our massive trees.
Okay. I love how the guineas have been coming being a part of it.
Oh my gosh, they're really upset about what you're doing.
I may even, some of them that I did cut down today, I may be able to get, because this is the root grapple, which is a little bit different than like a forestry grapple. It's a little weaker. So this thing is built to push some trees, and once the roots are exposed, I can grab onto them and it doesn't hesitate, just yanks them right out.
Go for it.
Okay.
Take as many out as you want. I'm not going to be upset.
I'm not loving my pile over here, other than the fact that it's out of the way. So while we have the machine, I'm just getting stuff out of the woods, and then we can reassess, and I can move all that stuff easily. That's why I'm trying to line it up so I can come in and get 2, 3, 4, 5 trees at a time.
I think that's perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep going. gone. Poor
You're
Bruno's-
making a lot of progress real quick.
It's hard to tell from in here, but I mean, I can see what I've done over there, and that would have taken me a long time with the tractor.
Forever.
One tree at a time.
One tree at a time.
I'm having so much fun.
Holy cow, you guys, did you see that? He literally just pushed over a tree, picked it up by the root ball, and carried it by the root ball over here to the pile. This machine is amazing. What is it, Bruno? Look at that mohawk. Look at that mohawk. Bruno, that's Daddy. He's like, I didn't know it was you.
What the heck, man? What do you think? You had your scary face on.
I'm so proud of you, Bruno. A little warm out here, isn't it? Come on, let's go check to see what he's doing. Come on. Okay, so I have been inside for a while editing, and Kyle has just been out here running the skid steer. I'm sure having a grand old time. So I'm coming out now to kind of check and see what he's been up to and give you guys a little view of what all he's gotten accomplished. Oh, look at those blue skies. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay, his tree pile has definitely gotten bigger and expanded all the way to where the forest line was before. Big rocks, guys. Here's my shoe. Size 8 foot. That's the rock. Wow, you guys. Oh my goodness. The adult birds. Of course, they're in the middle of everything. I know the camera doesn't even do it justice. But this is a big difference, guys. The capability of that machine, oh my goodness, guys. Kyle and I were talking about it when we were at lunch, and he was like, I never could have gotten this much done with my tractor, and I am so thankful that we spent the money to rent this thing, because A, not only is he getting to have fun, B, we're not paying somebody else to do it, but then 3, look around. This is making such a big difference. This is exciting. This is really exciting. So he was telling me at lunch, whatever type of tree this is that he's trying to push down right now, he got it. But the roots go straight down instead of being spread out. So it's actually, even though it's a smaller, like thinner tree, trunk, I guess you would say, it's actually harder to pull out because of the way the roots go. So several of these, he's had to like really work at it and then dig down under the roots and kind of pull them up. I don't know. I am just impressed, and I am so happy that he loves doing this kind of work. Okay, so what is so hard to show on camera is Kyle's at the point now where he left some trees standing. I think he wanted to preserve them, but looking at the damage now, I don't know that he's going to be able to. But he literally has to like maneuver the skid steer to turn it because these trees are so long that he's trying to take out of here. And so he's like literally turning it, moving a little bit, turning a little bit, just to get these big trees out of here without hitting all these other trees or getting stuck or whatever. So I'm super, super impressed and proud of him for his skid steer skills. Guys, he was an IT guy. He typed for a living. And now he's out here running a skid steer, clearing our land. I'm so proud of him. Dinner and a show.
Some kind of weird bird making noise out here. He's gonna stop when I get closer. But look at this, guys. I've got some tree rash. Yeah. I'm not a professional by any means. I tried, but I don't know why. I don't know why these aren't down. It's like a new piece of land. This is that massive white oak that we had done some clearing by hand with the tractor and everything last fall right here. I think our fire pile was right there. This was the original motivation of the project, was just making it so that that guy could flourish, get all the saplings and everything out from under him. Then the vision changed. And now it's become this. For reference, that standing dead white oak on the left there, that is the corner where our wood line started. Everything this way was that wood line and everything you saw. The steers are over there. This, with one machine, one man, and one grapple. That's it. I didn't have a Mini X out here pushing trees down for me. I was doing it then, making these beautiful, atrocious piles. They're gonna take some work. Now, I did make it yesterday. We decided to come down a little further here. Chicken coop is right here. And then the garden is right there. And we started kind of working this way. I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it this far. But this is day 3 and I'm feeling a little beat. It feels great, it's okay. I'm excited. Today, I think we're gonna have a little more precision work, and I wanna try to show you guys something because I've watched some of the film back. When I am inside that thing and then I watch the film, Shannon shows me later, like, hey, this is what it looks like. I'm like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I come at that angle? Why didn't I change this? And so I kind of alter what I do and I learn, I get a little better as I'm going. And here on day 3, hopefully I can be the most precise, but I want to try to get you guys a shot of what it looks like in the cab of one of these things, what I see versus what you're seeing. I'm looking through little spots in the windshield, trying to make sure I get my grabs right, make sure the roots are actually coming up out of the tree, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the perspective is just way different from inside. Day 3, here we go. I still love you, buddy. Don't worry, you're great. But it was time to call in the big guns. You can still smell that skunk over here. Ugh. Yep, this is my view. When I'm backing up, you look over the shoulder, try to make sure you're not hitting stuff. Look down here. Yeah, this is how I drive the machine. This is tracks and everything. Joystick for my front end loader. Little toggle switch for the claws here. This is a happy place. I'm on my land in a very, very powerful piece of equipment. Let's get to clearing. I can see the front teeth. So when it's down about level right there, technically can't see the teeth. I've learned to utilize lift and tilt. Now you see your teeth. Bring your claws down to pick stuff up. Took me till about yesterday to really efficiently start thinking that way. I love this machine, guys. If it had a reverse camera, that would be the only thing. I know, first world problems. Ooh, reverse camera and some elbow pads. I don't understand the hard plastic right here. I've got a pretty good bruise on my elbow, both of them. Especially this one though, because the one that's driving the machine, it's always down and you're leaning into it and holding on. Got your feet planted so you're not gonna go forward and bang your head on the windshield. Now you're in the cab with me. Let's do it. I had to clean the windshield. Somebody is helping doing chores and found me. And he really wants to go on a ride. Maybe I shouldn't have trained him to be such a good farm dog. Yeah. I love you, buddy. Sorry, not this time. Nice clean windshield.
Of course, I'm like 30 seconds too late. Okay, it is Sunday morning. I just got done taking care of all the animals. Other than I need to come back and fill the steers water. I'll do that here in just a minute. But Kyle's already been out here working on the skid steer for a couple of hours. And he worked until dark last night. I didn't even get to see everything that he did. So let's go take a look. You can come with me, Bruno? I know, we'll hit the trail here in just a minute. Let's go check out to see what your daddy's been doing. Come on. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, that was a big pile of rocks that he smoothed out, spread out, dirt. This is insane, you guys. It's so hard to tell because he's basically made so many piles of trees, but this clearing, wow, this makes such a big difference. That's such a big pile. This looks amazing. Gosh, this is exciting. This tree right here, this dead one. That was our original entrance point into this whole section. Like, that's where our trail began. Now it is just open. So awesome. Okay, so we are at the front of the property now. Kyle is cleaning up a big tree that him and one of our neighbors took down probably a year and a half ago. I don't even know. It's a huge tree. And it's been blocking our trail this whole time. So he is cleaning it up and he's going to start making his way towards the back part of the property. I know it's a lot going on, but this is exciting stuff. This right here is the stump from the tree that he took down. We've got all this wood down here. Part of it. As you guys know, I've been talking about expanding my garden, and quite some time ago, I put some spray paint on some trees that I asked Kyle to take down for me. This cluster of trees right here, and it's all wrapped up in vines, and I haven't pushed it because, well, that's just a mess. And so now the day has come and he's taken those trees down for me. I'm so excited, you guys. So I know I've told you like time after time, I'm excited, but this is big stuff for us, so it's pretty cool. Great job, babe. It looks so good.
See the root systems on these things?
Insane.
Big around.
Okay, this is insane. He's literally having to like pick the trees up and stand them up just to maneuver them to get them out of the way. Gosh, that garden expansion was a much larger project than I anticipated, guys. It's all happening though.
All right, all the goatees, the Herkman, everybody is put up. I do want to say though, in our last video, we told you our first experience with one of our animals being sprayed by a skunk. Skunk face. He still stinks.
He still stinks.
We used the baking soda, hydrogen chloroxide, and Dawn dish soap concoction.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen chloride. We were poisoning our dog and ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
And it worked, but you're not supposed to get it directly on their face. And so that's where the skunk got him. So we call him skunk face. He smells like a skunk.
Yeah, realistically, he needs another bath. We'll get there, but we've been a little bit busy.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. My pile grew just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
And this is the baby. You guys want to see the monster? Shabam! That's Bruno. He's the size of Bruno. And that is my pile of trees. Oh my goodness. And it goes just as far that direction. Pardon us if we're a little bit exhausted. It's basically because we're extremely exhausted. We've been running 200 miles an hour the last 3 days. I like to get every penny out of a rental, every penny, start to finish, each day in the skid steer. Now, I am learning because I have run the John Deere 333G and the Kubota 75-2 over at Chad's. I was younger. I was about 3 years younger and a little less beat up. So this time, at 39 years old, I decided skid steer, brake, skid steer, brake. Food, water, was smarter about it. It was good. I am bruised up, but we got so much done.
You did so much, babe. It looks amazing.
Guys, it looks like we bought more property. I kid you not. You saw that little before shot that I took. Giddies are out there checking it out. All the way down. I had no idea that skid steer could do all of that. In case you're curious, that was a root grapple on the front of it I never took that thing off. All we had was the bucket besides it. And the root grapple, basically, it's got holes in it, little cutouts or whatever, so that you can get under the trees, try to pull them up, which it does, and kind of shake them, get the dirt and the rocks and stuff out, so that I'm not throwing a bunch of dirt and rocks in my pile, and I'm not leaving holes. No, I left holes anyway. For reference, babe, oops, sorry. I could not get that standing dead to come down by pushing on it, so it's gonna have to be cut, but you decided, well, let's leave it, because we know that's the corner.
Yeah, that was our starting point.
Yeah. In our last video, we started the project with my tractor, which has not moved since sorry, buddy, I know, you'll get your time again, I promise.
He says, thanks for giving me a break.
Yeah. I don't know if you got, I forget in the other video, like if you could see where I parked it and we left it by the end of it, but you couldn't see the tractor back there from where we were standing. My plan was to cut in from here, and that's where I started, and it just got overwhelming. It was a lot of work. I ran the chainsaw to cut some trees down because my wife came up with the great idea to just call the guy and get the skid steer. And no regrets.
No regrets at all.
None at all. I think I probably, I don't know, 400 to 100 times more than I expected got done with it.
Yeah.
So we cleared all this up here. I know it's gonna be a perspective thing for a little while until we figure out that is a mountain of trees.
Yeah.
No, nobody has to say anything. I am not going to light that on fire, as is right there, not even that one over there. We just decided we were gonna make a mess and then clean a mess.
You gotta make a mess to clean a mess.
But this is what we focus on, not the other pile right there that's almost as big. It is very, very rocky. I talk about it all the time. I complain about it all the time. These are the rocks that I'm talking about when I talk about rocks. Those are not just small rocks. In fact, some of them are quite definitely boulders. But man, that thing was able, about a 10,000 pound machine, was able to get into the base of some of these trees, and if I saw the ground moving, the roots were moving, which meant it was coming out of the ground. And Shana looked over a few times, and I had a rhinoceros tusk, I think is what they call it, and I'm holding a tree straight out, and that thing's heavy enough and balanced enough that, I mean, a little bit of teeter-totter, but you're in a skid steer, so you're gonna level out.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that was not even quite the biggest one. They have one step higher, so when I dropped it off this morning, he even asked me how it did, and I told him, he goes, oh, you gotta take the big one. And I said, call my wife and tell her that. Plus, I think that one has a reverse camera in it.
Oh, lucky you.
That was my one and only complaint compared to the John Deere. And I can't remember, I think the Kubota might have had one too. You got to turn around. In fact, I shot a little clip of me sitting in the cab, and I'm like, okay, this is what it looks like from the inside. Totally different than what it looks like when you're watching from the outside.
This is just so incredible. Like, I just don't even have words yet.
I got to agree with you there. And that's the tree that started it all.
Our big, beautiful oak.
That is a double white oak. Shannon's dad came out and looked at it last night when he dropped off the truck, and he even commented how big that tree is. The camera does not quite do it justice, but it is massive. I mean, you can see my decent sized tractor sitting there past it about 20 feet. But that is where we started clearing last year, and it just kind of grew a little circle where all my mess is. And we tried to work our way back a little bit, but there were quite a few standing in here that we just didn't commit to letting go of or cutting down. Well, with the skid steer, it was time. And once again, I gave my wife some permission, as if she needed it, to get the orange spray paint out and hit some trees. But a few of them were just a little too big to push over with the skid steer.
Well, I was gonna say, and not very many of them are left.
Yeah, no.
Including the ones to expand my garden. That was an exciting moment, guys. That was really exciting.
Yeah, we honestly thought, and the plan with the tractor and the chainsaw, we thought we were maybe gonna get back here to this oak. And definitely, I gotta admit, I didn't anticipate it doing as well as it did. Or,
I didn't either.
You know, I had to get warmed up and everything again and get my bearings back, but.
Which didn't take long at all.
No, I was there by Friday evening. Saturday was a very productive day.
Yep.
Sunday, I think, was when the confidence was there, and I really felt the machine. I felt like, okay, I know what it can do, I know how fast I can move. And we kind of talked Saturday night about what we wanted to focus on, and look how far we made it. I mean, it just keeps going. In fact, we came down the front trail. You can come in, the driveway's over there. You can come in over here and come up this trail, and this trail was cut through, you know, right there. I kind of annihilated this side of it, so I don't
That's
know if you can call
okay.
it a trail anymore.
It's okay.
But we started cutting up through these woods, and we popped out of these woods way sooner than I anticipated. We both kind of got up to the clearing. We were like, oh,
We're
holy
right
cow,
here.
we have made it so far down. We could not even walk from both directions. When we bought this property, we tried to walk up through these woods, and it was so thick in here with thorns and vines and trees that we couldn't get to the backside of the garden, which is right here. Next one up is where I parked my trailer and Shannon's car. Next one up is the chicken coop. And I was able to kind of change these stair steps just a little bit so that I think I can get my tractor back there. And I knocked out a lot of stuff that was in the way. So we really just opened up our access like tremendously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very excited about it.
I'm so excited about it.
And I tell you what, guys, we mentioned it before we started, but when you can see more blue through the trees and through the skies, you feel less constricted. You know, I don't think we knew when we first cleared everything that we did, kind of did that, I don't know, hockey stick shaped cut up and over where the steers are. And I'm not going to use the word depressing. It's not depressing. But when the woods are so thick and the sun, you know, we got to wait for the sun to come up above the horizon of the trees, and then the sunset dips down behind the horizon of the trees on the backside. But no sunlight was making it through. You couldn't see any blue in the sky over this direction. And now, early in the morning or in an evening right before the sunset, it's just popping.
Oh man, it is gorgeous.
This part of Earth
Gorgeous.
has not gotten this kind of sunlight in, well, at least over 4 decades that we know of.
Yeah.
And it says thank you. As I stand right here, I know where Skunk Boy got hit.
Yeah, I do too.
You get about right here and you smell skunk. Yeah, everything we were reading, by the way, the watch band, my clothes, his collar, like all that stuff will have to be treated the same way that we did him. And it's just gonna take some time. So we're leaving the windows open in the cabin, to say the least.
Yeah.
Letting it air out while the weather's permitting for that. Hopefully he learned his lesson not to play sniff butt with a skunk. Babe, this is absolutely incredible.
It really is. And it's so crazy too, because you can actually see the elevation change now, because we are low enough that whenever you look up the hill at where we started, it's like, holy cow, that's a big difference. And I'm sure the camera won't get it because it kind of flattens everything out, but it's just incredible to be able to see it now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you can tell with the horizon and where it's at behind us, but I have checked my altitude on my watch, and I want to say right here, we're like 25 feet below where we were standing where we first came in.
Oh, it's that much? Wow.
It may actually be a hair more. It's very deceiving because we drop about 40, 45 feet from here down to the goat pen.
That's insane.
Yeah, but that's the highest point on the land. There is some good dirt up here. Don't ask about the next steps. We are celebrating this one. Yes, there's a lot more work to be done. I made a lot of messes. There's a lot of good firewood in there. If we decide to pull some of those out, I'm probably just gonna take it one day at a time, one log at a time, get all my energy levels back, and we'll clean this up.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we're gonna build some fires out here, enjoying the fall weather. The four-wheeler rides are totally different now, and the boys can run around out here and get all dusty and dirty and just have a great time, and we'll figure out the mess and what to do with it later. But until then, we're gonna be grateful. We're gonna enjoy every sunrise, every sunset, and everything in between.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, guys, we had a ton of fun. I will be begging Shannon to get another skid steer as soon as possible. I'm just always gonna find things to do. There's plenty more over here that can be done. I like to save myself some work. Bruno's gonna inspect it for us. But what a wholesome weekend. Yeah, never thought in my entire life I would be saying, wow, what a weekend with my skid steer and all my gnats.
It is pretty buggy.
Yeah, it's weird that that's the fun, hard work that we do now.
It is.
I love it.
Me too.
Well, guys, we love and appreciate you. We thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.